Hello, everyone. My name is Nekme Obasogie, reporting from Toronto, Canada. And today I'm here in the studio with Mr. Daniel Edokpolo Obakozuwa, all the way from Benin City. Thank you, Mr. Daniel, for joining us this morning.
Thank you. Good evening from Nigeria. We are about to 4 in Nigeria now.
Good morning from Canada. Thank you, Mr. Daniel. So what is going on in Edo State right now?
Well, the campaigning is still on. The campaigning is still very much on. Both the two major parties are still going canvassing for votes. APC is still losing to PDP because a lot of APCs are still the campaign. One area that APC will not go to in Uromi. PDP, the governor was there yesterday with the deputy. The Noji of Uromi blessed them and thanked him that Oshiomhole, who suspended him from office, he was the one who recalled him back and gave him their blessing for the election. Yes. So that as for Edo Central, we are very hopeful that it is entire victory for the PDP because they are working in one heart. The rice man was also in the trip. In fact, it's a done victory for PDP in Edo Central.
The rice man. Why are they calling him rice man?
Well, he has stopped. He every December towards Christmas, he distributes rice as part of his own efforts to the less privileged one. But he has stopped doing it. But the name is already with him, and people still call him Rice Man. He has contested. Even presently, he has to decamp for Obaseki to run. So we do hope that his future is still very bright. Even one of the roads that was constructed by Obaseki in Edo Central, Obaseki now gave him the honor to commission that road. So we are very hopeful that Edo Central is a done deal for PDP.
He's very generous. Someone told me before, they said he always share rice to women, market women as well. So, okay, we received this news, that we are trying to dissect today. The PDP alleged rigging of Edo election by APC. Moreover, Adams Oshiomhole's visit to presidential villa to strategize.
PDP is a stakeholder in that election as they have a candidate they are contesting in that election. So they can, just like the secretary called a press conference or what press conference to alert to the people, that is their own view. My own opinion, I don't think the federal government is interested. The tape of which the secretary quoted from was from Sahara Reporters. I have also watched it from Sahara Reporters, and I discovered that it was doctored. Sahara Reporter doctored that tape, removing the most sensitive part, where they were discussing when Oshiomhole was telling the chief of staff that, be it APC or PDP, you have my support, arrest them. They removed that aspect from it, or they silent it. PDP can allege because they are contesting and they want a free, fair, credible election. But from my own opinion, it is not true.
It's not true.
We have also informed it's not true. We have also had information that some of the non-state actors, the Obaseki was always talking of non-state actors participation. Some of the non-state actors have been invited by DSS, of recent. We don't want to mention them. They have been written and invited to the DSS office. Just yesterday, PDP also alleged the removal of the Nigerian Civil and Defense Corps, the commandant from Edo State, replacing it with Tinubu's man. But the governor has said no cause for alarm. The presidency, I still believe, will want a free, fair, credible election. But there are some non-state actors who also are interested in clinching it for their own. Like Tinubu, who want to use it as a base for him to strive in his presidential ambition. So the president may not be even be aware of the change of the commandant. I think since the governor is very much aware, I am very certain that the governor will write a petition to that effect. All is well, because when things like that are coming, it is for you to put them in a better position before the election. We still have some weeks, a lot of weeks before the election. Yes, so we do hope that all these issues will be resolved and ratified.
I think Tinubu is trying to secure Edo State ahead of his 2022 election.
Yes, one of his take for his presidential ambition.
And Edo State
so the president may not be aware.
Edo State,
the president may not be
aware of that. Yes. Yeah.
Yes. So.
Given that Edo Oshiomhole is there in Edo State, and Edo State happens to be a very powerful state, in the South region, so he's doing his best to ensure that he secure Edo State under the APC to support his ambition for the 2023 ambition. Let's say they are not going to win anyway. Okay. Not going to win anyway. So beside that, what is going on in Edo State right now? The campaign, Governor Obaseki. Hello, Mr. Danny. Hello.
Well, just as I said, the campaign train is still moving from area to area. Like, hello.
Yes.
Are you hearing me?
Someone told me.
I'm hearing you.
Yes, someone told me yesterday that.
I'm hearing you.
Hello. Someone called me from Edo State yesterday saying that she was not able to.
Hello, I'm hearing you.
Her PVC.
Well, PVC, I think she should better go back. She should better go back, because for time now the INEC officers have been making a public announcement that if you have not collected your PVC, you should come. It's available. So if she has not, she should better go back, because I'm very sure the PVC are very much available for collection. No. I have my own. I have long secured my own. And I'm very good to go to vote.
According to what Ambassador Waifo told me yesterday, that the deadline to collect PVC is over. Are you sure? Are you sure of the
deadline? I am not very certain about it, but I know INEC was advertising that everybody who has not collected their PVC should come and collect it. I think 2 days ago, they had a press conference alerting the political parties of those registered voters in Edo State. So I believe if they have stopped it, they should be able to tell us the numbers that have not collected, so those will not vote. I believe it's not left for the political parties to ask questions regarding that, because they gave a statistics of the voters in Edo State from north, south, and central. So we expect that those who did not collect is still with INEC. They will not be voted. They will not be voting. So it will be extracted from the total numbers of votes. And I think it's good to go. We do believe that it's going to be fun. If it has elapsed, then those people, sorry, they cannot vote.
They cannot vote, yeah. Because according to Ambassador Waifo yesterday, he said more than 4,000 PVC were left.
Was not collected.
Yeah.
Okay, that was not collected. Then removing those ones from those who are to vote. 4,000 is a good one. If the others who have their PVC should come out, we'll still.
Yeah, some people didn't do the follow-up and they don't have PVCs. This network is terrible. You know?
Have a very majority to this. Live here.
So, that's the thing. The election is approaching. The election is approaching, and the border is open. The federal government announced that international airports will be open to the public from on the 29th of this month, which is next week. Hopefully,
well, I must also commend the federal government for that. So those are brothers who are in the diaspora who have their PVC can come in, just as they have been supporting in their base over there. This is also an opportunity for them to come and cast their vote, no longer telling their ward to vote for one candidate or the other. They can come around and cast their vote. Edo is safe. Every day will reduce the COVID effect. The government has taken action about that, and social activities going on in Edo State. And I think it is safe for everyone.
I want to play that video, the video from PDP member who said Adams Oshiomhole went to the presidential villa to strategize how to rig Edo State election, which is not true. I don't think it's true. Let me just
they have every right to allege. So
yes, let me play for the audience to listen.
Villa leaked video. Presidency's admission confirmed Edo clampdown plots. People's Democratic Party National Campaign Council for the Edo governorship election states that the praising admission by the Buhari presidency, stating that the sacked national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Adams Oshiomhole, and the chief of staff to Mr. President, Professor Ibrahim Gambari, met at the presidential villa, during which, as shown in the trending video, they discussed the arrest of certain individuals ahead of the September 19 elections, as confirmed our nation's worst fears. It indeed speaks volume that the Buhari presidency is trying to rationalize the plot by the godfather of the APC candidate, Osage Adams Oshiomhole, who was captured on the trending video, plotting to use compromised security operatives to clamp down on certain unnamed Nigerians to achieve political suppression and rig the Edo governorship election. Of course, the presidency and the APC cannot post a denial because they have been caught and exposed by the Nigerian people who generally detest their lies, propaganda, underhand methods, resort to violence, and rigging of election. By describing the discussion by Oshiomhole and Professor Gambari, in which Oshiomhole was heard finalizing a plot to calm down political rivals as innocent conversation, the Buhari presidency has further exposed its complicity. This convoluted admission by the presidency speaks volume of the conversation that must have held behind closed doors with President Muhammadu Buhari. Nigerians were further alarmed by the admission that Oshiomhole, the face of the APC campaign, was at the presidential villa for discussions on emerging incidents of violence in the run-up to the election.
Okay, Mr. Daniel.
Yes, they are stakeholders. They can allege, as earlier said. Though, in my opinion, those were not true. Just as I've said, have looked at both tapes. The one he's referring to was dotted by Sahara reporters, removing the that would have been very. There's another video where it was very loud and clear when Adas Oshiomhole was saying be APC or PDP, anyone should be arrested. You have my support for it. So they have every right to allege because they are a stakeholder and they are contested.
I think Adas Oshiomhole is overrepresented in this upcoming election. He's not the national chairman anymore. He's not the candidate as well. And he boldly went to the presidential villa, acting as if he's the vice president of Nigeria. He's overrepresented.
No. What happened? To my own, I'm not in the mind of Obaseki. I believe it was a security report sent to the presidency that he's not contesting. He's just carrying it because of the quarrel he had with Obaseki. He's just making it a do or die affair. So I believe that was why he was invited. Irrespective, he's still another state man.
Invited. They said he was not invited. He visited.
He was invited. No. It's not true.
His speech.
It was not. He was summoned to Aso Rock. He didn't go there. You don't go there on you don't go there uninvited. You can't go. You can't see the president uninvited. It's security details. He was summoned, and I believe the summon was necessitated because of the way he was taking the election, the campaigning, making it a very threatful do or die matter.
Yes,
and definitely the chief security officer of the state, Obaseki, would have also detailed his own report. Don't forget, when all this was going on, there was also a security meeting in Edo where the immigration directors reported of influx of youth, non-indigens entering Edo. Irrespective of what he's a chief security officer, would have minuted or make details to security with the commander-in-chief, and who would have looked at the whole thing and summoned. Oshiomhole was summoned. He didn't just go there on his own. Anybody say, you don't go to presidency as if the president's security details is in town. You must be invited. You must have business you have to do there to be received by the president. You don't just go.
Yeah. That could be true. That could be true.
Otherwise, was summoned.
Yeah. I don't think President Buhari will just invite Adas Oshiomhole for a peaceful way.
No. He was summoned.
He was summoned. That is very clear.
Yes.
Very clear.
Days before the summon, the DG of APC governors alleged and complained, pleading with the elders of the party to call Oshiomhole to order. That was why during his press conference, he poured out his anger on the man,
DG, yes,
calling him a pig. We have said that Oshiomhole is very raw. Sometimes he's talking, he's not behaving as an elder statesman. He called that man, and it was because of that report, that DG report, that he was summoned. He called him that he called that man a pig. So he was summoned to presidency. And looking at what is even going on now, the DSS has invited some non-state actors. And if they cannot give a tangible reason, because don't forget that the deputy governor alleged weapons stored somewhere. And men stored somewhere. And if these reports, if those invited cannot give a contrary reasons for their action, they may be detained after the election. So you can say that the federal government is not even interested in I believe they are interested in the free and fair election.
Why DSS? Why not police?
DSS is more thorough.
Nobody would cry.
No. The DSS is more thorough. Nobody prays that DSS invites you. They are both police. Police in Nigeria, we know, are with all due respect to them, they call them too corrupt. You understand? And so when a DSS is taking over over a case, the police steps down. That is normal issues. Now that DSS has stepped in, we are seeing a better picture, transparent election. To me, my opinion is that it's going to be a transparent. Those who have been invited, if they don't give any good reason, they may be detained and may not be participating in the election.
It says that DSS is more respected in Nigeria than the police.
That is what I'm telling you. I said, with all due respect to the Nigerian police, they have been seen as very corrupt. You know, we were expecting that with the information of Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, the police would have been withdrawn from all these government or political or functionary in Nigeria and allowed the Defense Security the Security and Defense Corps to be guarding them. So now that they can also carry on, but yet they still go with their police. You understand? Police is no longer trusted. The last time the president banded common flag worn by police, but you go to the street in Edo, they are still on common flag. So we just hope and pray that one government will come and sanitize the police. You know, police is regarded as so corrupt that they cannot be trusted.
I think DSS. Let me just quickly read this. Now I can say the definition of DSS in Nigeria. You say the state security service SSS self-styled as the Department of State Services DSS is a security agent of Nigeria and one of 3 successor organizations to the National Security Organization NSO. Its main responsibilities are within the country and include counterintelligence, internal security, counter-terrorism, and surveillance, as well as investigating some other types of grave crimes against the state. Okay. Okay, it's only EFCC that deal with only economic crime.
EFCC, before EFCC stepped in, it must be on financial issue. And EFCC only
EFCC deals with economic crime. DSS is even tougher than Nigerian police.
Yes, definitely.
Tougher than Nigerian police. That's excellent. I didn't know that. I didn't know the duties of DSS. I just read.
They were formerly called SSS.
SSS, yeah, that's what it says here. It said the State Security Service, SSS.
They are now called DSS.
Yeah, it says self-styled as the Department of State Services, DSS. Okay. It is headquartered in Abuja. Okay.
Abuja.
Wow. Excellent. Nigeria elections is so crazy. Honestly, this Edo election is going to set the kind of a precedent in the country, because I don't think we have ever had any governorship election so tough as this of Edo State. Mr. Daniel.
Yeah.
We have never had I said we have never had any governorship election so tough as this one of Edo State.
Elections in Edo State are always tough. It's just that this becomes an issue because the anger Oshiomhole brought Edo into limelight, the way he portrayed his anger. Edo election have always been tough. Voters have always voted. Just that the way Oshiomhole brought Edo to limelight when the quarrel between himself and the governor, the Obaseki, could not be settled secretly. And when the people, it became more tougher when Obaseki had to tell the people the reason for the quarrel between Oshiomhole and himself. And Oshiomhole, not relaxing on the matter, began to tough about the election. So he now brought Edo into a very big limelight for everybody to see, even the international organization wanting to be interested in Edo election.
Edo election,
so
yeah.
that is a basic truth.
There's no audio or video recording of any international institution or international organization discussing about this Edo state election, because I was researching about it, the national communities.
We will not get to see, except maybe towards the election, a week or two, where the United Nations or United States, with their aid, will now start sending observers. Then we'll now know. International organization will definitely send observers to the election. AU will also send observers. ECOWAS will definitely send observers to the election. It's normal.
Okay. I only find this about Governor Obaseki. Okay, Obaseki urges international community, federal government, media to prevail on APC for peaceful election. That's one.
Those are comments you always get.
No, not comments. He said that even during the Zoom meeting last week, he said the same thing. That he spoke with the international community over this upcoming election. And he also encourages Edo citizens, all of us, to protest for peaceful election, free and fair election in Edo State. So free and fair election is what we are protesting for.
It's where everybody is praying for.
With security. There should be security and free and fair election. That's all. That's all. So that democracy will have the chance to strive in the state.
Will strive.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Daniel. I think we have to come back again. If there's any other show to be discussed, then we'll come back again. For now, I think we have to end the show like this. Thank you guys for watching. If today is your first time of watching our shows, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel and like our page, Facebook, Nebo TV on Facebook. Thank you all, and I will see you guys later. Thank you, Mr. Daniel.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.